Hey guys, what's up? On this video, I just wanted to take some time and go over the individual upgrades to the MacBook and MacBook Pros that were announced on Monday at WWDC. I know I made a whole video going over the whole recap of the whole conference, but like I said, I just wanted to touch individually on the MacBook upgrades because I think that they're very worthwhile to take a look at. So let's get right into it. Alright, so first I just want to start off saying that the only MacBook left now is the 13-inch white polycarbonate shell or plastic MacBook. Now they made all the other MacBooks into MacBook Pros, including the 13-inch aluminum unibody is now upgraded and called the MacBook Pro. Now they kind of hinted towards this because about a week and a half before WWDC, they upgraded this white MacBook here without making a big hype about it. So there was a hint there that hopefully there would be an upgrade coming to the aluminum ones because the white one was almost just as good minus the fast DDR3 memory. So anyways, the white one now is a 2.13 up from a 2 GHz processor. It has 2 GB of DDR2 memory, which is faster. It is now 800 MHz instead of 667, so it's faster. That's good. It's still not as fast as DDR3, but nevertheless. A 160 GB hard drive and the 9400M graphics, which are in the other MacBook Pros now as well. And if you want, you can upgrade this to have 4 GB of DDR2 memory with a 500 GB hard drive. And the hard drive's $200 and the memory would be an extra $100. So if you wanted to upgrade this, you could. Now getting on to the new MacBook Pros here now that were the regular aluminum unibody MacBooks. As I said, they are now the MacBook Pros. They have a 2.26 GHz processor for the $1,200 model, which was the MacBook, and it had a 2 GHz processor. So they did up that now, which is good. Let's see here. They gave it an SD card slot and the built-in 7-hour battery, so you cannot hot swap your batteries anymore. Which I guess for hardcore users, maybe you're not going to be by an outlet, or you're outside doing photography or whatever it may be, you will not be able to swap that battery out for another one. Now I understand that not a lot of people do that, really, but for the some people there are, I guess it's a downside for them. But for the rest of us, a 7-hour built-in battery that claims to be good for 1,000 charges or 5 years on average, which is longer than the life of most notebooks. So you won't have to worry about that, is basically what they're saying. Now you can upgrade this to have 8 GB of memory in this computer, which is insane to have 8 GB of RAM in a notebook. And you can also give it a 500 GB hard drive or up to a 256 GB solid state drive, which is much faster than a hard drive because it has no movable components on the inside. But like I said, the 8 GB of memory is insane for a notebook, and I can't believe that they're offering that, although it is a hefty price of $1,100 to add that, and $850 additional dollars for that 256 GB solid state drive. Or you can have a 128 GB solid state drive for $400, and the 500 GB regular hard drive is an additional $200. So it's good that they give you these options here. I mean, 8 GB of RAM would be insane on a notebook. So next up, the next model up here is a 1500 MacBook Pro with a 2.53 GHz processor. So they bump that speed. They up it to 4 GB of DDR3 memory. They up the hard drive to a 256 GB hard drive, an SD card slot, the built-in 7-hour battery, and the NVIDIA 9400M graphics. So the upgrades there are the faster processor, more hard drive memory, more RAM, and that's the differences from the base model. Then you bump it up to the 15-inch, so you get the bigger screen. Same processor speed, 2.53 GHz, 4 gigabytes of memory, 50 gigabyte hard drive. So basically the only upgrade from the $1,500 and the $1,700 one is the 15-inch screen. And I believe you may be able to upgrade the processor. Nope, can't. But you can still have all the same other upgrades as the other ones, the 8 gigabytes of RAM and the hard drives. Then up from that, you got the 2.66 gigahertz, 320 gigabyte hard drive, and then you get the 9600M GT with 256 megabytes dedicated graphics. So that's the bump up to the $2,000 model here. You get a faster processor, bigger hard drive, and the dedicated graphics card that you can switch to that or switch back to the onboard graphics for more battery life. And then you got the next bump up, $2,300 model. You get another 2.8 gigahertz processor bump, a 500 gigabyte hard drive, and that's your and then you get 512 megabytes dedicated graphics card with the 9600M on that, so more graphics memory in that one. And you can, in this one, you can bump the processor up to be 3.06 gigahertz, which is pretty dang fast for a MacBook Pro, any notebook. 3 gigahertz processor is just insane. So these were the upgrades here now to their models. I think they really upped them. $1,200 for that base MacBook Pro now, 13-inch, is a great deal, and I would definitely recommend getting that. So anyways, these were just the individual upgrades to the MacBook Pros and the MacBook that got an upgrade a couple weeks ago, if some of you didn't know that. I do think that this is a very good deal. If you are looking to buy a Mac now, there's never been a better time. It is so cheap. Notebooks sell. They've been selling for Apple. It's their top selling computer right now. And to keep the prices the same and bump up the specs on everything, I think is just great. As I said, it's a great time to buy a Mac right now. I don't know about the iPhone upgrades, if that's worth upgrading from the 3G to the 3GS. It's just faster and it's got the video capabilities. I don't see why the 3G doesn't have video capabilities. It can if you jailbreak it, which is illegal. But anyways, that's a different story here. Great time to buy Mac. Highly recommended. I love my MacBook now, and with that spec upgrade for the same price, it'd definitely be worth it. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been WeeMan, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Please leave comments below and questions, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.